Oh, snap. It's Friday. It is Friday. So you know what that means. Welcome to the Rehash. It's me, your host, Tooky Kavanagh. It's me in my apartment and my hair is done for a reason. How you doing? Hi, hashtag verified Tooky. Yes, thank you. Dr. Tina Talon's in the building. Thank you, heart you, fave. It's Friday. Everybody's trickling in. It's late night. We're here to hang. We're here to party. We're here to party. We party here, right? I'm here with my co-host, David. David! David, what the?
Hey.
Hey.
So my trainer wants me to drink more water, and I realize I still have to drink all that before I go to bed tonight.
Oh, well, damn. Okay, yeah, you do that.
Yeah. Also, I found this in my closet. It is an Under Armour fleece that is much too big for me, which is fun and exciting.
Goals.
So, yeah.
Goals. We stand a coach, David.
Yes. If I'm going to be canceled, I'm going to look good while I do it.
Respect.
Thank you.
Respect. Oh my gosh. Hi to our viewers. Thank you so much to everybody joining us live. And thank you to those of us who are joining us on the replay the day after. Lord willing that Tyler Perry doesn't block us again.
We're on his radar now.
We are. But you know what? He gonna get these hands. A strongly worded handshake.
You could take Tyler Perry. I don't know if you could take Medea.
No, I'm not about to fight Medea, but no. Oh my gosh. Lisa Oakley in the building. Brett is in the building. No, she is not invited. But all the faves are in the building.
Mm-hmm.
All the faves.
Welcome, everybody.
Let's get the show started, shall we?
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So back once again, special guest, a little bit of nepotism. Yeah, but deal with it. Okay. Mm-hmm. My actual brother, Lenny Burnham, rejoins us. Lenny.
Hi, Lenny.
Lenny.
Hello. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So as you know, because we've been fam for like a while. You know for a fact that my Facebook targeted ads are pure chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So I've brought you in here. This is a family affair now. Mm-hmm. I need your help figuring out what the F is Facebook trying to sell me. I believe HR has our slides.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, it's this way. Yeah. What did I click to get these at? You ready to help me figure this out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see the first one. This hat, what did I do? What did I click that Facebook thought I need this hat?
Wait, they're selling the hat, but that's what's cropped in the photo?
Yes. What is happening? What do you think I clicked on?
Is it like a Roman Empire style thing?
It's got like a Caesar vibe to it.
I don't know. I don't even own a pair of gladiator sandals. Those were like a big trend in like 2003. Ladies in the chat know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. Any ideas, David?
I don't know what you clicked on, but I think that the neck tattoo comes with the hat.
I'm sad now.
Yeah. His neck, he tattooed his neck that way so he could hide in a bush.
Oh. Who opts for real tree tattoos?
Yeah.
I don't want the man in the hat. I'm good. I'm good.
He just needs a place to live.
Oh, you know what they call that?
What?
A hobosexual. I didn't make up the term. That's a.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't make up the term. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel the messenger. Thanks. Right. Yeah, I don't know, but it's $16. Should I get it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I got to talk to Trevor about this decision. What's next? So these shoes. I don't know if we can see what's going on here. These are shoes and they're fish.
Huh.
Any thoughts, Lenny?
I feel like they just know that you're like fun and you do comedy and that's just like what algorithms think is fun.
Fish
yeah, that makes sense.
Just like fun socks.
All right. Should I, if I buy these, should I wear these outside the house?
I mean, if you have shoes on, I guess it doesn't matter.
No, the fish is the shoe. Can you you can see
Wait,
like
it's a sock and shoe combo?
Yeah, see, that's what I was curious about. Are they a single thing? Are they like sewed together, or do you get socks with the shoes?
It's socks and sandals.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you should wear that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to do the whole Crocs thing, right? But it'd be like, hey, let's heighten Crocs.
It's Crocs, but fish.
It is.
All right. I guess. I don't know
Crocs with fish.
I don't know. That's the copy. They should pay me for that.
I think so.
I don't know what I clicked, but this is what's happening. All right, next one. A possum.
Oh, well, that one's easy because you talk about possums all the time.
Well, I talk about a specific possum, which is Justin Timberlake. I've been trying. I have run a campaign for almost 3 years now, insisting that Justin Timberlake is a possum. So I don't know if like the algorithm overlords heard that somewhere.
Yeah, now you can step on him.
Okay, yes. Okay, well then maybe I'll buy the rug for that. Maybe. Any and all insight from the chat, welcome as well. Because I don't know what I clicked, but I think I know what I may have said to get a possum rug.
I have to say, the possum looks like it does not want visitors.
No.
If you put that outside your apartment.
Oh, well, I do love that because I am a misanthrope.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'd work.
That is on brand for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I'm not as upset at this ad. Thank you both for helping me through that. No what's the next one? Yeah. You know my theory, right? About how I'm convinced that it's not always the bad kind, but I'm convinced that every white woman on Etsy is a domestic terrorist. So it's not always the bad kind, but like you should probably check on Piper. She's making, she's making some combinations in her tub that should put her on a list. Yeah, I don't know what I clicked to get that, but Etsy's wilding on my Facebook feed, like always.
I don't get, like, I had a roommate who had like a Civil War general style painting of her cat. And at first it was weird, but I was like, I kind of get it. It's like kitschy and like, it's funny, but it looks like a severed head in a picture frame. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't get this. This is mounting your cat, but like, you're not mounting it even. It's in a picture frame. This is a clash of worlds that I do not, this insults every kind of art that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Yeah. Any thoughts, Lenny?
You do that game about cat. What's the cat? So you're probably searching a lot of cat related stuff for it. Spoiler for the games later. Sorry.
Spoiler. Oops.
Oh no.
I mean, I do, but I don't. That's the thing. I don't think
you're not searching like types of like cat breeds or anything.
Not in the past month. And this ad I got within like 4 or 5 days from today.
I think you were Googling how to taxidermy me for the show. And that this is what came up.
David, I love you dearly, but I already have a white man at home.
That's true. You don't need another one.
I'm sorry. The quota's filled.
That's fine.
The quota's filled. Okay, what's the last one? Yeah, 50 Shades of Chicken. Why? Why? I don't even like chicken.
It's like a parody novel?
It's a whole cookbook, but it's a parody, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think, again, this is just what they imagine people who like comedy like.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What did I click to get this? Lisa, I don't know why this exists. I need everyone's help. I need everyone's support, like from the chat, from you guys, from HR, I don't know what I'm clicking to get these advertisements to me.
I think you were Googling how to fuck a chicken.
Sir.
And this is what happens.
Sir.
You needed help. I gave you my help.
This is, I'm almost as mad at that as I am the accusations of tentacle porn.
Also, Lisa in the chat point, is that the author? Yeah, F.L. Fowler.
That's Fowler as a pun on James is inexcusable. Like they couldn't find anything that's at all related to the author.
Oh my gosh. And what the hell isn't a New York Times bestseller? Everything is a fucking New York Times bestseller. How? What's the criteria for that?
Lisa, I do forgive you. And Tina, I definitely forgive you about the tentacle porn thing. I'm mostly mad at David about it because he co-signed.
I mean, you needed a Christmas gift, so there it was.
I never even read the book. I never read the actual book, nor did I see the film. And I don't even like chicken.
See, that's crazy to me. You don't like chicken. That's such a ubiquitous meat. Do you not like meat?
No, I'm a meat eater. But if I'm forced to eat chicken, thigh meat only, really. I don't do wings. I don't do breasts.
Well,
I don't like chicken.
That's specific, but okay.
Yeah. I know. So what, Lenny, any final thoughts?
Do you just click a lot of links that are related to BDSM rotisserie chicken?
No. We don't even have twine at the house.
We don't have twine.
Isn't that what you wrap up like a chicken or a turkey with? The twine, David, you know.
I don't know how to wrap up chicken. I just eat it.
All right, fine. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone, please send me your thoughts and prayers because my Facebook ads are in shambles. And I just, Lenny, thank you for your help in these trying times.
I'm trying.
Stay safe on these internet streets.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, Lenny.
I'll see you. Shall we get into the bad film of the week? The BFOTW, the bad.
Yes. Yes. The heavy quotes around bad. This week. Yeah.
Because it's a bad film that like knows it was actively trying to be bad to fit a certain aesthetic.
Right. Yeah. It was campy. It's yeah. Well, do you want to tell the viewers what the movie was? I would like if you can summarize it real quick because I'm going to go into a dive. Right. Yeah. You have a lot of points to make. So the bad film BFOTW this week was Bad Hair, film on Hulu. Came out in October of last year. Definitely the most recent movie we watched. And yeah, it's a woman who works for a TV channel in LA called Culture, which seems to be predominantly Black culture. And yeah, just the whole pressure to what's the term? Basically conform. Yeah. I mean, basically whiten herself by getting the whole hair done. And it's funny. I was excited when you said we were watching that this week because I remember one of my first where my racial privilege was really made aware to me was we had to read some story in like elementary or middle school, and it was about a young Black girl having to getting her hair done like a white woman for the first time, and like how painful it was, and like how the whole experience. And I was just like, God, I had never thought about that, obviously. But yeah, and the movie, I was afraid at first because I do bad with horror movies. I'm not great. I can't do violence, that kind of the people getting killed by shit. And it had that. I'll admit, one of the scariest movies I have ever seen was like the fucking original King Kong from like 1930. Oh yeah, well, because there's something about the claymation where like he's just like it's unsettling. Picks something and like scares the shit out of me, and I got that same aesthetic from the trailer from Bad Hair, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like it's gonna be like horrendous, and like it was pretty good. I really liked what there was a scene relatively early on where where she's with her aunt and uncle, and her uncle sort of like the I don't know what the term is, the voice of reason or something in a lot of ways. He was talking about how she's so thoroughly indoctrinated by Western culture and telling how do you subjugate a people, and it's you tell them that their science is ridiculous and all this shit. And I was like, fuck, like that's so well put. And yeah, I mean, it's still not inherently my kind of thing. I can't enjoy horror even like when it is poignant. But like, well, that was a lie because I just said I kind of enjoyed this. But like, I'm not super into horror, but I liked it. It was well acted. There were a lot of great people in the movie. Oh yeah, Lena Waithe and Vanderbeek. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of random. Perfectly cast, but like random. Yeah. Usher, Lena Waithe, Jay Farrow. It was cool to see him. Yeah, it's it's definitely Kelly Rowland. It was it may be the best movie we've watched. It's objectively the best one we've watched. I still personally prefer the Mass Effect YouTube cut, but it's certainly the best one. All right, Night Ruined. No, honestly, yeah, it was really good, and I'm excited to be edumacated. Good, because we're getting into a dive. Let's do it. You ready? Chat, is you ready? All right, let's get into it.
For Black Americans and Black women in particular, it's not just hair. So let's take it back from the beginning. In the 15th century in West Africa, hair was an identifier. Intricate braiding styles distinguished age, marital status, rank, religion, and family groups and clans. And because so many of these braided styles took hours and even days to complete, this would be a time to bond among women. In the mid 1400s, a Venetian explorer named Alvise Cadamosto made two noteworthy trips to Africa, continental Africa, where he made detailed accounts of the people he encountered in his travel journals, which you can find on Britannica.com. So he writes, quote, "Both sexes go barefooted and have no coverings to their heads, and weave and tie their hair, though short, into neat tresses." His accounts were positive accounts of Black hair and were pre-colonization and enslavement because there was no incentive to dehumanize Black people. Note how his accounts were written in a time oh, David, pass some of that water. Pre-colonization and enslavement, because again, no incentive to dehumanize, and particularly the financial incentive to dehumanize Black people. When slavery began, and I know someone's gonna be like, "Why do we have to talk about slavery? I didn't do slavery. Why should I feel guilty?" Fine, don't feel guilty, but at least have the human decency to acknowledge how fucked up and cruel it was, Nathan. As I was saying, when slavery began, captors and slave masters made a point to compare Black people's hair to that of animals, woolen, like sheep. I'm sure you've heard that. That, among other things, were ways to justify the inhumane treatment. Another great offense was that captives would have their heads shaved aboard slave ships. This was alleged to be for sanitary purposes, but the fact of the matter was that this was a way to strip Africans of their identities and clan markers. Life on a plantation was horrific enough. Having to deal with hair was a minor issue compared to all the indignity that abounded, but it was still a pressing matter. On the one hand, braiding hair on plantations as a slave was utilitarian to keep it neat and out of the way during labor. But due to the complete lack of access to hair products from back in Africa, such as specific types of combs, oils, shea butter, cocoa butter, that kind of stuff, slaves resorted to using dairy butter, bacon grease, and even kerosene to manage and moisturize their hair. Now, there were pockets of early America in which there were free Black people within societies that had enslaved people. Most notably, New Orleans had a large population of both enslaved and free Africans and African Americans, Creole population, and colonizers from Spain and France. But just because not everyone was enslaved did not mean indignity and some old bullshit was not afoot. Many of the Black women, both free and enslaved in New Orleans, particularly the free Black women, would dress in fine garments and adorn their hair with jewels and flowers. And these elaborate styles drew attention to their hair, included birds and feathers, like Victorian styles that weren't wigs. You know what I mean? Like those big old powder wig kind of thing. Because it was their real hair and it made them look richer than they actually were. Well, this was unacceptable given that these beauty enhancing embellishments would attract white suitors and gasp, "We can't have this scandal of miscegenation on our premises," as I sip my mint julep. So that's why in 1786, Governor Esteban Miro enacted New Orleans' Edict of Good Governance, better known as the Tignon laws. Some pronounce it like Taillon, but it's Tignon if you fancy. A Tignon is a cloth or cover for the hair. And it's nothing new, since at the time, hair coverings were and are common among the African diaspora. In the colonies of Martinique, Dominica, Saint-Domingue, which is now Haiti, and Guadeloupe, Black women used tignon, made from madras cloth, to hide and hold hidden messages to one another. Fun fact. But this new law applied to any Black woman, regardless of her status. So it applied to them whether they were free or enslaved, for the purpose of ensuring a hard division between the racial castes. And it showed that Black women belonged to the slave class, regardless of their actual status and situation. Even still, As a magnificent FU to the system, the tignon further enhanced Black women's beauty still because they would be made with beautiful fabrics and prints. And this is the epitome of what the late, great Maya Angelou meant when she said, "And still I rise." By slavery's end, you had Black people entering the workforce, and Black women in particular opted for mechanisms to straighten their hair and get good hair. Good hair itself is a very loaded phrase since it was often used to refer to any kind of hair that is not Afro-textured. Afro-textured hair is coarser, more tightly coiled, and grows up and out rather than down. But because of the toxic indoctrination of whiteness being superior, people internalize the idea that the only kind of good hair is bone straight, or at least finer in texture with looser curls. It's just another adverse and long-lasting effect of slavery. A hierarchy emerged where while you were still denied access to basic human rights, you attained a certain level of favoritism depending on your proximity to whiteness, as in having more European features, a lighter complexion, and looser curled hair. These result in what we refer to today as colorism, featureism, and texture discrimination, which are all, again, side effects of the cancer of white supremacy. But that's a whole other conversation that we don't have time to get into. Just know that these things are bad and we still need to unlearn these systems in 2021. So these straightening practices still exist today via either heat or chemical relaxers. And they're for the purpose of conforming and assimilating into society. People who permed and relaxed and straightened their hair were seen as better groomed and more acceptable by white society. Loyal viewers of the show who remember my deep dive on blackfishing way back when we first started know about assimilation. In America in particular, cultural assimilation is a matter of survival. Assimilation means to absorb yourself into the culture, tradition, and whatever else about the dominant population or group. And by no means are Black people and Black women trying to attempt to make themselves look or be white. They're trying not to lose their goddamn jobs, but I'll get to that in just a few minutes. Relaxer was seen as a way to elevate your status. So it was marketed as a path to beauty and wealth. Shout out to Madam C.J. Walker, but not that Netflix movie, child. If you used a relaxer on your hair, you'd be seen as personally successful and a credit to your race, which yuck. So let's jump ahead a couple decades. By the 1960s and the emergence of the civil rights and Black power movements, those were disruptors, deliberate disruptors of white supremacy on all fronts. And hair became a symbol of protest when revolutionaries and members of the Black Panther Party adopted the afro. There was a major push to encourage acceptance of natural hair from the late 60s to the end of the 70s and to embrace your natural texture. But then Coke in the 80s kind of just ruined everything. And I think people had to resort to perms and jerry curls because they needed to have a low enough maintenance hairstyle to just, wash and go because they had to deal with whatever bullshit Reagan was up to. But within this first wave of embracing your natural hair, Cicely Tyson, RIP, was the first woman ever to wear cornrows on TV in the program East Side, West Side. But then this heifer, Bo Derek, had to ruin it in 1979 with the movie 10, and people started calling her hair bow braids, even though they were cornrows, and more specifically, Fulani braids. Look that up. But what about when Black women wear blonde hair or hair that's not even theirs? That's cultural appropriation. Okay, like I told you, Chadwin, that's a method of assimilation. Black women in particular are expected to conform and to a construct that started during colonization. So Afro-texture hair was and is stigmatized to the point of taboo. And it has statistically been proven that Black women are 80% more likely to change their natural hair and appearance to conform with social and workplace expectations. We're not culturally appropriating because to appropriate means to do something with malice. We're doing this to our hair so that we don't get fired. Also, blonde hair itself doesn't belong to it's a trait, but it doesn't belong to a particular culture, and neither does tressing the hair in a simple braid itself, but the style in which you plait the braids does. In addition, braids are often a style meant to help protect the hair because it's sometimes Afro-texture hair is sometimes more porous and prone to breakage. So it's a way to add natural fortification to the strands. It's like steel girding, you dig? Same with wigs and weaves. They act as a barrier while the actual hair is shielded underneath, where it can remain healthy and grow in peace. So the movie Bad Hair not only depicts the physical pain that Black women endure to achieve acceptable hairstyles, but it also shows the effect that it can have on their social standing. Notice how the protagonist in the film, Anna, was practically invisible and nearly forced out of the company that she worked for when her hair was natural. But then notice how she still bears the scar of the relaxer gone wrong during her childhood. But then when she got the weave, suddenly she was seen, suddenly she was visible, she was valid, she was accepted. And she was allowed to be part of the rebranded culture channel, which is now Cult. And this is the reality for many working Black women. And to add further insult to injury is the fact that certain hairstyles are edgy and trendy boxer braids on any Kardashian Jenner, but on any other Black woman, it's ghetto. And that's part of the problem. And that's why it's not just hair. To this day, Black people are persecuted for this. Thousands of cases of women losing their jobs, for example, have emerged, and employers have argued that certain hairstyles did not fit with the corporate image, and they were afraid of the statement that braids in particular would make. Some notable examples of persecution are this time a teacher cut a child, like a little baby girl's hair, because the beads at the end of her hair were making too much noise in the classroom. There were girls right here in Massachusetts, if you are also a local, who had been barred from extracurricular activities, couldn't go to prom, and were sent to detention daily because they were wearing braids kind of like mine to school, right? That were allegedly, but not really, in violation of the school dress code. And some of you may remember that viral video of this kid, who was participating in wrestling at school, and the referee forced him to cut his locks to compete. And Gabrielle Union was fired from America's Got Talent for wearing hairstyles that were too Black. Luckily, there have been some fearless women at the forefront of change in this past decade. Sergeant Jasmine Jacobs spearheaded a White House petition to lift bans on natural hair in the military. She's quoted as saying, "You tell me to get a wig, but the rules say that the wig must mimic my natural hair texture, but you've banned my natural hair texture. Just say you want my hair to be straight." And the ban was lifted on braids and twists in 2014, but the ban on locks was only lifted in 2017. And we call them locks, not dreadlocks, because that's rooted in the word dreadful. And we're trying to unlearn that kind of thinking. Locks, L-O-C-S, people. And just 2 years ago, you saw California be the first state to ban hair discrimination via the Crown Act. Crown being an acronym for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. And it's a national coalition, so definitely look that up. And Crown, of course, alludes to old Yoruba proverbs from Nigeria about a woman's hair being her crown. It's a beautiful thing. So the basis on which this act was passed was because hair is an extension of one's race, because it is a trait. And as an extension of his race, it is protected. So we've still got a ways to go, but these two examples of, pushback against this type of discrimination are super important steps. And the cautionary tale of the movie Bad Hair should help further educate people from the outside of the culture on what it is that Black women have to endure. For more on the issue, I highly recommend visiting thecrownact.com, as I mentioned earlier. And even though it's kind of dated by now, Chris Rock made a documentary called Good Hair, and it's available to stream on Netflix and also some YouTube channels. Some guy uploaded it, but go to Netflix. And it provides an incredible amount of insight into the world of Black hair care. In the meantime, remember, touching hair without permission, wildly disrespectful. Asking, "Is it yours? Did you grow that?" Super offensive. It's not just hair if wearing it the way it naturally grows out of our head is still seen as a political statement. And despite what white supremacy tried to lie to you about, Black hair is good hair. And I'll leave you with the gospel from our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I like my baby hair with baby hair and afro. All right. That was the dive. How are we feeling? Good?
That was good. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, shit. It makes you. It makes you look back on bad hair and realize how the channel is just sort of it's just a whole microcosm of that whole thing. That's fucking ridiculous. Getting learned here on the Rehash.
We're woke. We're learning. We're good. We're good. All right. Oh my gosh, Sir Bislow in the building. Hello, nice to see you. All right,
hi, Sir Bislow.
Okay, so chat. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you feel a little more enlightened. And in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna bring out our guests. But before then, some music from our house band, Lovers Lounge. Well, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big woo, let me search ya. Find out how hard I gotta work ya. I'd like to get to know ya so I can show ya. Put the pussy on ya like I told ya. Give me all your numbers so I can phone ya. Your girl acting stank, then call me over. Not on the bed, lay me on the sofa. Call before you come, I need to shave my chocha. You do or you don't, or you will or won't ya. Go downtown and eat me like a vulture. Drop the top, drop the top. Sex me so good, I said blah, blah, blah. Work it. I need a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Well, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse. If you got a big woo, let me search it. Find out how hard I gotta work ya. All right. Lovers Lounge, flipping it and reversing it. They bring you all the greatest jazz hits from Frank Sinatra to Ella Fitzgerald to Ludacris and Missy Elliott.
It really seems they're gunning for VMA now.
I mean,
the editing, that is just the Hurt Locker level editing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll pass your kind words to the band leader.
Yeah, the band won't talk to me. So
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, why would they? Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring out our very special guest. David, shall you introduce?
Absolutely. Very funny guy. You can see him on Dreamcore. Please welcome Ahmed Bharoocha.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey, Ahmed.
I liked your piano playing. It's great.
Oh, I will relay that to the band leader. Yeah. Thank you for not criticizing his smoking either. Just that's not. The chat has an issue with how this man makes his art, and I appreciate you for.
I don't take issue with it. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So tell us your thoughts on it, because you actually sat through this thing.
I did. I watched it. I didn't want to watch it. I saw the trailer, and I'm not a big scary movie person, and the gore, the hair, and really got to me just from the trailer. So I was kind of putting it off. But then when I watched it, I was really impressed. That was really well done. And I didn't think that the gore was over the top. It was kind of done when they needed to do it, and the build up to it was really good. So I was really impressed with the movie. Actually, I'm surprised that I liked it.
I mean, you watch somebody's hair straight up murder two people.
Yeah.
It was always the worst part was because when the hair started really doing its thing, it had that same vibe as those creepy ass Christmas movies I hate.
Yeah.
And when it would just sort of go and it would grab somebody and just that was the worst part.
And the way they built it up was great. They just kind of slowly gave you just when it stuck to her finger and it ate I think it was steak juice, or was it ketchup?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like a burger,
yeah. That was great. And then I kind of connected with it too because I had curly hair growing up, so I never really liked my hair. So it was a powerful movie. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and all the acting was really good.
Yeah, I know.
Great cast.
It was bad movie.
Yeah. I was like, I thought that was supposed to be bad. This is pretty good.
You really lucked out this week. Yeah. You really did. In hindsight, I love the casting because with Grant Madison, the head of the channel, James Vanderbeek, like let's literally pick the whitest fucking. Because he had that Karen kind of hair in it too. Like
I like how in the beginning I didn't know that was him. Like I think they did that really well. They kind of she bumped into him and I think maybe he had his glasses on. I didn't register that was him. Mm-hmm. My one complaint with the movie was when she's like running away at the end. I don't know why her hair is not like joining in and beating. Like she's about to beat them all, and her hair is like kind of just letting her. Like, like her hair had total control over her until that one moment. I was just kind of like, why is her hair letting her get away with running away and
that's a fair nitpick. No, that's fair. That's a fair critique. Fair critique. So typically we have David rate the film experience on a scale of how much white guilt he feels.
Mm-hmm.
David, how guilty are you this week?
I'm guilty. I feel guilty enough to shave my head bald. And to burn my own hair so that it doesn't try and come back and kill anybody. No, I have to get it wet first. That's what I have to do.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna shave it, wet it, and then burn it when it's wet. So,
Ahmed, how would you rate this film? Your whole experience?
I thought it was really good. I would say 9 out of 10, or I don't know. I would know like besides that one part, I didn't really have too many complaints about it. Yeah. I loved the dad in it. I thought he was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I liked because I kind of wasn't sure where I liked how I thought that was really good. How it wasn't like clear that there was one source of the evil. You know, it was kind of everyone kind of had their part to it, and I wasn't sure because at first when you just saw a glimpse of the book and it was like mossy haired girl, I thought even the dad, and because the family in the beginning, the sister straightens her hair, so it kind of was coming from everyone, which I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And it really like shows kind of, just anytime there's like a system of oppression, like everyone can kind of be part of it,
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool.
Yeah, very powerful film indeed. Hooray!
All right. Ahmed, if you want to get a sense of the torture I have to go through, look up Killer Bean Forever on YouTube and watch. That's what we do. You really lucked out this week.
It's free to watch on YouTube.
Killer Bean. Okay.
It has 12 million views plus.
Is it a horror movie? Is the bean killing people? Oh, okay.
You will feel horror watching it, but it's like if you've ever wanted to watch a PlayStation 1 cutscene for 2 hours, that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Why would you do that to our esteemed guest, David?
I want him to connect with my pain sometimes. So
I will.
Thank you.
We'll do that right after this.
Sure, I appreciate it.
All right. Are you ready to get into some games?
I'm ready, I think.
All right. It's time for What's Your Deal? So we're going to deal you out a series of numbers. What we got today, David?
We have 1 through 4.
1 through 4. So pick any number at random, 1 through 4.
3.
All right. Oh, David.
This is all right. All right. So this is a staple, a game we often play every week here in the Rehash, Square Up. But with today's theme being a theme of hair, we're going to play Square Up. Matt, if you could go ahead and bring up that slideshow, Square Up. So what's going to happen here?
I hate it here.
I was so proud of myself earlier. I was like,
it took me. I had to see the visual to get it.
Yeah.
I was like, how is that with hair?
That's why every one of my jokes comes with a visual aid.
Good.
Yeah, good. So I'm going to give you a bunch of pairs of specific hairstyles, and you'll see what I mean. But and you're going to tell me who would win in a fight. Okay. If these two people were to get into a fight, who would win? Let's go to the first slide. Nick Nolte versus Shia LaBeouf. Who would win in a fight and why?
Ooh, I'm going to say that's hard. I'm gonna go with Shia LaBeouf because I feel like he's got like a little bit more to prove. You know, he's got more. You know, Nick Nolte, I think he's got it all out there. He's like, you know, he's him. But Shia seems like he's got some tortured soul thing going on.
That's true.
You're not my dad or something. You know?
Nick has been very open about how many people he's killed.
Yeah, exactly. He'll underestimate Shia LaBeouf because he looks like young and like a pretty boy or something. You know?
Totally. All right, next up. Sheamus versus Hulk Hogan.
Sheamus, wow. I'm going to root for Sheamus because I like his style.
Yep.
But I don't know. He's kind of got like he looks very soft to me. I think his skin there's no blemishes in it. It's like baby skin. I think he's going down. I don't think he can do it.
Oh no.
Porcelain baby skin.
Yeah, he is supremely pale.
Yeah, what is going on? He just looks too gentle.
He is a professional wrestler for WWE, and this whole thing is that he's super Irish. And yeah, it is. You can see his heart beating. Like it's insane. But yeah, unfortunately, we need Hulk Hogan to be taken down, but it can't be Sheamus. Let's go to the next one. Blonde Thor versus Brunette Thor.
I'm gonna go with Blonde Thor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that better. I it's the hair. He's got hair. I like his hair better. I think it's got a lot more character to it.
He's got highlights.
Yeah, it's got that red. I guess the other guy's got the red one too. But I like his red better. I think looks stronger.
I agree. Yeah, he may have sold out a little bit.
And the other Thor, I think, is a little depressed more. He's not going to give it his all.
Yeah. He wakes up. It's like, I'm not going to do anything with this.
I'm mad at myself for thinking about how, like, in the final Avengers movie, he was definitely COVID Thor. He went through it. He went through it.
He really predicted the future there.
He did.
All right. Next up. Kesha versus Miley Cyrus.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Kesha. Because that picture on the left, she just looks like she's up to no good. She's got I feel like she's got the nose piercing. She'll play dirty.
I love Kesha, but like this is, you ever see like when roosters go to a state fair and win ribbons?
She's got hockey player teeth in the
that's what it's like, the jaw and like the
thank you, Art. In case you can't see where the tooth is missing, thank you there, Matt. Appreciate it. All right, makes sense. Next up, Cyndi Lauper versus Flock of Seagulls guy.
Well, he can't see, so I think she's gonna win. He's got a big disadvantage. She just has to lean to the right.
Wait, no.
They could be related.
Lauper would absolutely mop this dude.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah, he seems like he might cry halfway through.
Yeah, and with that hair, Cyndi Lauper might be a druid of some kind, given that hair. All right, next up. Justin Bieber versus Titus from Final Fantasy X.
Probably, I haven't even played that, but I think he probably has fighting skills and a weapon of some sort. He's got a chain. I guess they both have a chain, but I think Titus. Seems like I don't even think it's fair that you've put these two together.
Look, they're both pretty boys. But Titus has his limit break. I'm not sure I've ever seen Justin Bieber, even in turn-based battle.
I hear Justin Bieber is a pretty good hockey player, though, so maybe he can.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
He plays hockey in LA, I think, sometimes.
Well, we'll check. We'll have him on next week and ask him.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Goku and Vegeta.
Say not the same guy. This guy on the right seems a little wiser because he's got the widow's peak, so he might have more skills. But the guy on the left, he's kind of got like a baby face look. So I'm gonna go with the guy on the right. I'm gonna go with Vegeta.
I feel like that would be the fan favorite.
Really?
There, yeah. I think Tookie. I know that you. Do you have an opinion on this one?
I rate that hair over 9,000.
Perfect.
You know this.
All right, next up. Me with a mustache or me with handlebars?
Jesus Christ, David.
This is difficult.
David!
I feel like you look kind of sad in the left one.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing.
But in the right one, you look kind of insecure. So I'm going to say the sad mustache because you have more to prove. You look tougher in the right one. Like this kind of thing, that makes you tougher, I think. But I'm going to go with mustache you.
Thank you. It's crazy how you nailed my aesthetic. Sad and insecure.
You kind of look like Sacha Baron Cohen in the left one.
Oh my.
Ooh, I'll take that. I'm good with that. All right, next up. Afro Samurai versus Kakashi Hatake from Naruto.
David, we just had an entire segment dedicated to the struggles of Afro hair. I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Afro Samurai. I think I would be crazy not to.
Yeah, I agree.
This looked cooler. And this guy also, can't see. He's got a missing eye. What's he doing?
Good point. Next. Twisted Sister's hair versus ZZ Top's beards.
Why does one of them have a face? They do something bad.
Oh, I put that there because he doesn't have a beard.
Oh, okay. I was like, did one of them get canceled? Well, they're outnumbered them, but their hair versus their beards. I'm going to go with the beards. I think they're just a little bit more respectful. I think these guys, they just seem like they got out of bed. These guys, the other guys, they're like, they did their homework.
I dig it.
Yeah. I think we got one more after this. Right. Nicki Minaj versus Lady Gaga.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say Nicki Minaj. I think she just, I don't know. She just looks like she's got a little more energy. Lady Gaga looks like she needs to eat some sugar or something. She's got like low blood sugar.
Yeah, she's got Seamus skin in that way.
Yeah. But who'd mop them both? Who'd mop them both? We don't have an image. We don't have a visual here. Patti LaBelle, the originator.
Oh, okay.
Originator of elaborate wigs on stage.
All right, nicely done, Ahmed. That was square up. Pick another number, 1, 2, or 4.
I'm gonna go 4.
Yes.
4. All right, that's another one from me. We're going to have another slideshow here. Ahmed, this is a game called I'm going to give you a name, and you're going to tell me if it's the name of a hairstyle or the name of a character from Mad Max.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay. And don't
pun.
Huh?
No pun name of the game.
Nope. I
gave up after Square
Hair. I was like, nothing is going to beat that. So. Can we bring up the slideshow there, Matt, again? All right, cool. So don't go to the first slide yet. I'm going to give the name. Ahmed's going to guess, and then we're going to go to the slide to reveal the answer. Okay? So reminder, this is the name of a hairstyle or the name of a character from any Mad Max movie.
Okay.
All right. Devil Lock.
Devil Lock. Ooh. Hair?
Hairstyle, correct.
Yes. Okay. I still didn't know the answer when you showed me the picture. Like, Mad Max character.
I realized that after I put this together. I was like, it's not going to be immediately apparent for a lot of these. All right. Grease Rat.
Grease Brat?
Grease Rat.
Grease Rat. Mad Max.
Correct. Mad Max.
Yes.
All right.
I can see why he got named that.
It's my thing. All right. The Dag.
The Dag, Mad Max.
Correct.
Yes.
One of the wives from Fury Road. All right. Next up, Odango.
Odango. Hair.
Correct.
Yes.
Popular in Japan. You are 4 for 4 so far.
I like the Odango.
It's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ponyhawk.
Ponyhawk. Ooh, that's hard. Hair. Yeah.
Correct.
The Ponyhawk. That's cool too. I like that.
I think the Ponyhawk is one of the coolest.
Actually, that's kind of, I have the character in my Dream Corp kind of wears the Ponyhawk a little bit.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Next up, Bear Claw Mohawk.
What?
Bear Claw Mohawk. That seems like too absurd of a name to be in Mad Max. Seems like if someone wrote that in the writer's room, they're like, shut up, get out of here. But it also seems like a weird name to name your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Hair. I'm gonna go hair.
Let's see it.
Damn it.
First one you got wrong.
Oh, Bear Claw Mohawk.
I think
they were not trying on that one.
He was like, I found these 2 things in my garage.
Yeah. They're just like in the writer's room, like, I don't know, Bear Claw Mohawk. Okay, let's go home. That's his name.
I mean, the budget for these movies, it ran out at some point. All right. Next up, Pixie.
Pixie. Mad Max?
That's a hairstyle.
Damn it.
Classic short. All
Nice.
right. Butch.
Butch. Hair?
Correct.
That's what it's called, just the shaved head.
I guess, yeah.
What do we call it?
We have to have a name. And I don't know why that was the picture that came up. Guy from Lost.
He's the most famous person with the butch haircut.
Yeah. Nobody else has ever done it. All right. Blaster.
Blaster. Mad Max.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Look at that shot. I can't tell what's happening in that photo.
Is it like a guy riding the giant guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think the full name is Master Blaster, and I think it's from Beyond the Thunderdome. And I said that like I was supposed to provide context, but I realize it doesn't at all.
I don't like it.
I think I saw this when I was little, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
It does not ring any bells. I do not remember that little man.
I get the impression it's like that book Freak the Mighty, where the smart small man sits on the dumb strong man.
And he looks like he's having a blast.
He's enjoying it. All right, Rictus Erectus.
Rictus Erectus. I hope that's a Mad Max character.
You would be correct. All right, the Tonsure.
Tonsure. Hair.
Correct.
It's
that goofy one that monks had.
Yeah, like Francis of Assisi or something.
Yeah.
I always call that the capuchin hair.
I always call it like Friar Tuck hair or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
My uncle used to have hair.
Well, now you all know.
Okay.
All right. Chanmaga.
That sounds like hair.
You would be correct. That dope ass samurai hair. I love
cool
it.
Hair. Yeah.
Right? Okay. And your last one, Big Rebecca.
Big Rebecca. Oh man.
I like that.
I'm scared. Mad Max.
Correct.
She's not that big.
Well, we don't. Maybe it's just a framing thing. Maybe she's like 8 feet tall. Who knows?
She's taller than that bus. So
she is. She's closer to it
from what I see.
Oh,
we can only assume.
Yeah.
All right. Well done.
Mildly horrifying. All right. Well, we got time for one more. Pick one more number.
Okay, I'm gonna go with number 2.
Boom. You know what it is, David. You know what it. The chat. Do you know what time it is?
Mm-hmm.
The chat knows what time it is. Ahmed. It is an honor that we bestow to every guest.
Ooh.
the signature staple game of this show. Are you ready? Drum roll.
I'm ready.
It's time for Is It a Cat?
That is a cat.
Is it a cat? Okay. This week, our esteemed guest, Ahmed, you have to tell us if the item I name is a cat from the musical Cats, a Guy Fieri recipe, or a fighting foodon from the eponymous anime show, a very obscure cartoon.
Ooh. So a cat, a Guy Fieri recipe, or fighting foodon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go. Wingdings.
Wingdings. That is a font. I'm gonna go with Guy Fieri.
That is a fighting foodon.
Oh,
I know. It's okay. It's okay. You can redeem yourself.
I'll be back.
Okay. Alonzo.
That's a cat.
That is a cat from the musical Cats, correct.
Oh, nice.
All right. Mac Daddy Roni Salad.
Guy Fieri.
That is a Guy Fieri.
I wish we had a picture of it.
I don't. I've seen. You don't.
We get banned from Twitch for showing it.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay. Next one. Hot dog on it.
Hot dog on it.
Doggone it.
That also sounds like it could be a Guy Fieri. But I don't know anything about these cartoon guys. I'm gonna go with Guy Fieri.
Oh, it's a fighting foodon.
Oh,
No.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta see this fighting foodon.
Oh my god.
That's pepperoni salad.
Oh god, that is way worse.
Why would HR punish us like this?
We know why.
Oh.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Asparagus.
A cat.
That is a cat from the movie Cat.
There's no vegetables in Guy Fieri's recipe.
Okay. All right. Cinnamonkey.
Cinnamonkey fighting foodon?
Fighting foodon.
Nice. I'm gonna watch this show.
All right. Mussels marinara.
Guy Fieri.
Fighting foodon.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
What is fighting foodon? Like, are they food?
I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay.
It's a time.
Okay.
It's a time.
You know, it's a great show when saying what they are would be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say they had to be quote, and I quote, high as giraffe pussy to enjoy the musical Cats.
That's high.
Yeah, it's real high. Real high. But I think you can enjoy fighting foodons under the influence of just life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Trash can nachos.
I've had those, and they're very bad, and I'm going to say Guy Fieri.
Correct.
I think I had them in Mexico.
I'm so sorry.
We had a great time. Me and my wife went to Mexico, and then we got to the airport, and there was like nowhere to eat. And we're just like, I guess we gotta eat at Guy Fieri's restaurant in Mexico.
He is a restaurant. No! Whoa!
No!
And my wife was like, "Are you sure you want to order these?" And I was
No!
like, I don't know. Let's see what they are. And they were bad. I did not like them.
I'm so sorry.
When you first brought this up, that's what I thought it was.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. Jelly Lorem.
Jelly Lorem fighting foodon.
That is a cat.
Damn it.
It's a cat.
I can't get these fighting foodons right.
It's a cat. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. Carbuckety.
Carbuckety. I'm just gonna take a swing and a miss, and it's a fighting foodon.
It's a cat.
You were doing so well at the start of Harry Styles and Mad Max.
Okay. It's okay. This game.
This is hard.
This is
a good game though.
Okay. All right. Griddlebone.
Fighting food.
It's a cat.
I think the fighting Foodon is just getting me. I gotta guess one of these fighting Foodons, right?
Okay.
Okay, I will take my fighting Foodon bias out of my brain.
Weird spaghetti.
Cat.
It's a Guy Fieri. Okay, only two more.
Okay, I'll get one right.
Only two more.
Now I'm just getting them all wrong.
Only two more. Okay. Donkey sauce.
Guy Fieri?
That is Guy Fieri, yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, Old Deuteronomy.
Foodong.
Oh no, it's a cat.
No. There was so many cats. I thought I was definitely gonna fighting Foodong.
It's a cat. It's a cat. But what if I told you pie tin?
Cat.
Foodon.
Oh my gosh.
He tried to save me.
Try to throw you a softball.
You survived. You've made it.
I survived. I did it.
You made it. You survived. Is it
I
a
apologize
cat?
to all the fighting Foodon out there.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm forgiving everybody today. It is a rite of passage to go through Is It a Cat?
Yeah.
And you should be damn proud that you got asparagus, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah. It's insane that you got that right and everything else wrong.
Is it always the same list?
It mixes up. I didn't know half of these.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
All right. Ahmed, tell the people where they can find you on these internet streets and maybe live in person.
Sure. You could find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, but not really. On my name, just all of them is Ahmed Bharoocha. You can see it there. Or you can watch me on Dream Corp on Adult Swim. Keep an eye out for Golden Arm coming out on HBO this year at some point. And YouTube, Dead Kevin.
Hooray. Well, I'm not pointing in the right. I'm trying to point.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Ahmed, so much for joining us tonight. I hope.
Thanks, guys. I did. This was really fun.
Yay.
Thanks for being there.
All right. Chat, we made it.
We did.
We made it through another episode. Again, special shout outs to everybody in the chat. Brett, I forgive you. Lisa, heart you. Tina Talon, heart you.
Kid Tempest says they're not tricky, they're jellicle.
They're jellicle. They're very jellicle.
Jellicle Cats is Jellicle Can is a Jellicle movies in the Jellicle trailer.
David.
It's I'm losing it.
It's the cats, isn't it? It's the cats.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's the cats. Thank you so much for joining us again tonight, and let's see the trailer for next week's bad film, shall we?
Night Trap.
Oh, this must be some shit.
We're going into.
Oh God.
Are you ready for some 80s excellence, David?
What?
We're in this huge house with all your friends. We have telephones, we have a car, your parents are gone, and you say, so?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you think of?
Party!
This theme song's a bop.
What?
Get into it, David. You look deeply confused.
This has an anniversary?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that like it looks like porno Cabin in the Woods?
It's not. It's an actual game.
What?
Notably banned by Congress at one point. Yeah, good times. Night Trap, ladies and gentlemen, which you can find multiple playthrough versions of. They're brief. Some are an hour, some are half an hour on YouTube for free. So definitely check it out. I'm going to make David watch a very specific version.
Okay.
But yeah, make sure it is it's bonkers in all the best ways.
You know what? I do think I've heard about this. Oh my god. This is like, you hear about this and like the same article as like General Custer's Revenge.
Yeah.
Or like those fucking weird like Tetris games where you reveal naked ladies. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. This is like a step up from making your Sims woohoo. You feel me? Like this game is a time. And now there's a movie. Night Trap.
Here we go. This is the true payback for me making you watch Mass Effect. That's what I'm feeling.
Chat, definitely find yourself in a YouTube wormhole with some Night Trap. It's a watch. It's a watch. You will laugh. You will cry. You will also be deeply confused when the one token black character says, "You gotta be jiving me."
So now, did you say it's $15 on Steam if you want to play Night Trap?
Yeah.
Also, the one black character, it sounds a lot like Never Forget, Never Surrender.
No retreat, no surrender. Yeah.
Wow, it's going to be the same guy, isn't it?
It is not.
Okay.
Thank God. It might be his dance double.
We couldn't get him. We got his double. Yeah.
It's an inside joke.
Oh, boy.
But yes, if you haven't already watched Bad Hair, highly recommend Bad Hair. Highly recommend Good Hair, Chris Rock's documentary on Netflix. And highly recommend, if you are just needing something on YouTube, Night Trap, all the playthroughs. It's a wormhole. Thank you so much again for joining us in the chat live. Anybody who's watching on the replay, we hope you had a good time. We have a good time here, right? We learned things. We
did. Yeah, this honestly, Bad Hair was a really great. It touches on a thing that I clearly don't experience, but is just a reminder of how something so mundane in my eyes is the whole fucking thing for everyone else. And it's, legit good.
This is what we like to hear.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning.
Informative. It's the Rehash.
It sure is.
We love you.
This is where it is.